The inevitability of certain things resides among us as adults. There are certain things that we'll have to come in contact with one way or the other. There's no escaping it, there's no sidestepping it. They're just inevitable. But my imploration to you today is, whilst we cannot ignore certain things, how are you prioritizing your responsibilities, your struggles, your stress, your issues, whatever you want to categorize them as, how you deal with them. My imploration today to you is, as many formal meetings, and I'd like to assume that all formal meetings, they have an agenda. And on that agenda, there's always a strategy, of how things are listed on that agenda. And they're always in an ascending to descending order, meaning that the most important things are always on top of that agenda. I implore you today, let your life be a formal meeting. Prioritize your responsibilities. People, to be honest, some things when I say we make stress out. I'm not in a position to sit here and tell you that it's not important. But is it the most important that you can deal with right now? At the stage that you're in your life right now, the things that we have bother you right now, can you focus your attention on something else? Is it possible? You see, we have to do that, My mother always say, something have to kill we. So my question to you is, where you are going to make kill you? What going to kill you? Is it worth dying over? We have to prioritize, or else we're going to find ourselves in a deep ish. You understand me? There's no going around it. What are you putting on top of your agenda? Your bills? Your relationship? Your children? Your job? What is it? Because we all come into contact with those things at one point or the other in our life. But the onus is on us to choose strategically. And at the end of it, we make an assessment and say where we are. Whatever you have bothering you now, sit down and assess. Make an evaluation. Do you have to be dealing with that issue right now? Can you put it aside? Can you break? I'm not telling you to cancel your plans, but you can break. Sometimes you just need to shift your energy into something else. And before you know it, you get so energized on that new thing that you want to go back to that one, and then it works. But some of us, we're so blind, and we sit down and we try to focus energy upon something months and years after years, and it's going nowhere. There's this common saying, only a fool does the same thing over and over and expect different results. Clearly, you need to strategize again. Because what you do, it not work. Or as I said, put the focus on something else. And there are some things that when you leave them, there's no going back. There should be no going back. Because I realize enough time God closed door for we, But lock it with a key. And because we're so adamant and own way, we keep going back. We need to understand that whilst He's the ruler of this kingdom, He gives us choices. And Him lock the door, my expect success, Him lock the door, let's go. But if me no want go, I want to turn back, then so be it. It all leads down to choices. And we must be, smart enough and mature enough to know what our priorities are going to be. Somehow we are our own disappointment, and we are the reason for our own downfalls because we make bad and poor choices. You understand me? And we're doing the same thing over and over, and we're expecting different results, and it cannot work like that. Me never see it work like that. It's the same thing, because you always gotta add 1 + 1 and you'll always get 2. So change your strategy and stop holding on to things that doesn't need to be held on to. Like, me understand how some women sit down and ball over one man for months, weeks and years. Like, I understand a few days or even 2 weeks. But go to the whole week, the whole year, and you go sit down over and pine over one man. Can't have tree growing in your face, nothing wrong with that. It can't bear fruits. It can't provide shade. So clearly nothing wrong with you. Man attempt to kill himself over a woman and a ball over a woman. It's not the end of the world. There will be a fish in the sea, no pun intended. You understand me? Prioritize. Prioritize. If you not prioritize your life, people may tell you, you're not going to fall in a deep problem. Where I'm at in my life, this is not where I wanted to be. But I'm not at a bad place. I'm not at a great place either. But I have a vision and I can see great things. So I implore you today, change your strategy if it's not working and be at a great place a few years from now.